Hey friends, welcome back to Graybox Nashville. As you already know from the title, today we're going to be breaking down our storage room setup here in the studio. But before we even get into that, I want to talk about organization and why it's important in the first place. Why it's important for you as the engineer or producer, and why it's important for your clients, the artists or musicians that are coming into your studio. First, for you, put simply, you're more effective when you're organized. When your clients arrive and the session gets rolling, it can get hectic really quick. In a larger session with a lot of people involved, no matter how much time you spent on setup and thinking through scenarios and getting gear ready, there's always going to be random needs and requests thrown your way. Oh geez, I forgot the 1/8 inch adapter for my ears. Can I steal one? Bum one off y'all? Oh, other thing, my buddy is swinging by and he was gonna track acoustic on one of these songs. Could we get a mic set up in there for him? Could that be cool? I forgot my power cable. Do you guys have extras around here? Can I bum one? Also, could we run a DI line in case we wanted to reamp later? 95% of sessions in my experience have at least a little, if not a lot of that going on. So when it inevitably happens, good organizational practices allow you to respond quickly and effectively so everyone can get down to business. Second, for your clients, organization can be the difference between you seeming pro versus amateur, the day feeling smooth versus clunky, and the whole studio experience feeling incredible versus just all right. Working in a thoughtfully organized environment helps eliminate delays and hiccups in a session, clearing the way for inspiration and creativity. Here at Graybox, we've got basically two main areas for storage. Our loft space for instrument storage, which we'll be covering in a future video, and our live room ISO booth, which we'll be walking through today. Admittedly, this was designed to be a fully functioning ISO booth, not a storage closet, with mic lines, pass-throughs for amps, double doors, the whole 9 yards. And we still use it for that, some, but we realized early on that this was the clear winner for storage due to its proximity to the live room. So let's start out with cables. There's few things in the world that are more freaking annoying than disorganized and tangled cables. We keep all of our cables organized by type and length on the wall of the ISO. First, the star of the show, the XLR cable, in 15, 20, and 25 foot lengths, wrapped and hung on their labeled rack, with the 20 foot and 25 foot cables marked with white and red tape to easily identify which is which. Above that, we have our headphones, our Sennheiser HD280 Pros, numbered and neatly wrapped. Next, we have a rack for our instrument cables, and then a few other assorted items like pop filters, headphone extenders, and Cat 5 cables for when we need to run our headphone boxes longer than normal distances. All of this stuff lives on the Fast Track system by Rubbermaid, which is my personal favorite system for wall organization due to its sturdiness and customizability, if that's even a word. We primarily use the multi-purpose hook and the cord hook, but it's got all kinds of options for you to choose from. Moving right below our cabling storage, we have our mic stands and drum hardware. When we first began to store stands here, it started to scuff up the walls and the floor pretty bad. So to counteract that, I built a really simple stage, per se, of plywood and 2x4s painted white. This helps to protect the walls and the floor while giving a little bit of a lip for the smaller stands to lean against and help with separating between the sizes. The ISO door, unfortunately, keeps me from being able to build something similar on the other side for the drum hardware, but that's all good. Most of the time that stuff's set up living out in the live room anyways. Moving across the closet, we have a simple wire shelf holding our mics and other accessories. On top is a hard case by Gator Cases. Lives on the top shelf for quick access and houses most of our dynamic mics. Right next to that is a big container with anything power related. IEC cables, extension cords, power strips, stuff like that. Our lower shelves are home to a pair of Husky Connect organizing toolboxes, which have this gripped surface on the top for storage and then two customizable drawers underneath. These are a pretty new discovery and have been such a game changer for storing all the little stuff that tends to get lost or wander off. Patch cables, adapters, drum keys, that kind of little stuff. These lower shelves are also home to other assorted items like DI boxes, extra P16 boxes for monitoring, sustain pedals, and the hard cases for our nicer condenser microphones. And that's pretty much it. It's a really small space, so the tour doesn't take too long, but we try to use this little area as efficiently as possible, avoiding any unnecessary clutter. Which actually leads me to a final organizing tip. Be more ruthless about eliminating what you don't really need or rarely use. When we first opened up, I was trying to store way too much stuff in there. Obscure cables, random pieces of gear, broken stands. It just made the area way more cluttered and way more complicated to deal with. Start asking yourself, what is the stuff I'm actually using frequently? Once you're aware of that, organize around those needs and eliminate the rest, or just put it somewhere else that's a little less accessible. I promise you'll thank me later. It'll make your life way easier. I hope this breakdown has been interesting and helpful to you, and I wish you the best in your organizing journey. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel for more behind the scenes stuff from Graybox Nashville. Finally, let us know in the comments how you approach organization in your studio or creative space. Is there a specific tool or organizational system you use that you find incredibly valuable? Let us know. We'd love to hear about it and maybe try it out here. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.